Hey, how you doing everybody? My name is CherryBoy and welcome back to How to Date a Magical Girl. Now to get right back into it. The glowing red numbers taunt my blurry vision by fading in and out at full speed. Sorry, it's taking me so long to get back into it by the way, fam. And let's go. I groan and rub my eyes, trying to clear my vision. Finally, I can make out the numbers on the clock clearly. 8:02 a.m. I like how it's there too. I yawn. Thankfully, it's still early. I've got nothing to do today except eat leftovers. So why did I set my alarm for such an early time? 8:03 a.m. I smack my lips at the thought of the cold Chinese takeout waiting for me in the refrigerator. 8:04 a.m. I stifle a yawn. Some distant thought is tugging at the back of my mind. Have I forgotten something important about today? Did I have something more serious to do than eat leftovers? 8:05 a.m. Nah, impossible. There's nothing important going on in my life right now. Maybe Hikari said she'll visit me today, or something like that, or something small like that. 8:06 a.m. Oh yeah. Something is coming back to me. School? Am I supposed to go to school today? 8:07 a.m. I feel like a bucket of cold water just splashed over my head. Suddenly wide awake, I realize that I've completely forgotten that today's my first day at the academy! Everything is coming back to me now, including the fact that Hikari told me first year orientation starts at 8:30 a.m. sharp! 8:08 a.m. I can't be late for my first day at the academy! What will Hikari think of me? More importantly, what will the cute magical girls I've never met think of me? I never met think of me! I leap out of bed like a frog launching from a lily pad. I immediately regret this action as I'm still tangled up in my blankets, and they drag me down to the floor. I narrowly avoid hitting my head. I thank my lucky stars that I didn't get hurt. Before frantically scrambling to my feet, I dash out of my room and into the kitchen. I open the fridge and I'm greeted by the wafting aroma of cold, sweet, and sour pork leftovers. I grab the container unceremoniously and launch it across the kitchen, cheering when it lands in the open microwave. I dash to the microwave and mash the keypad blindly. The light flickers to life and the machine starts up with a sputter and a hum. While my excellent choice of breakfast is being cooked to perfection, I decide to get dressed. When I reach my closet, I come to the sinking realization that I don't have an academy uniform yet. I heave open the doors with a sigh, only to be greeted by the sight of an unfamiliar dry cleaning bag on a coat hanger. With a confused frown, I pull the bag down and find a note written on the front in cute handwriting. I went to the trouble of picking up your new uniform for you. You owe me one. Hikari. Oh, that Hikari! She thinks of everything! Oh, that Hikari! She thinks of everything! I tear to the dry cleaning bag and pull out the brand new uniform. I'm in the middle of climbing into my new threads just as an angry cacophony of beeps and boops calls to me from the kitchen. Breakfast is ready! Alright, here we go. I finish donning my amazing new outfit and rocket into the kitchen to throw food into my gullet. My breakfast is demolished in a new personal record of 12.74 seconds, and then I'm out the door in a flash. Woo! I hardly even know where I'm going, but I recall Hikari saying the academy is walking distance from my home. It's not hard to find a map on my phone, so I load that up and begin my hurried walk. Power walk. A little time passes. It's 8:24 a.m. Can I make it in time? The wacky music. The map on my phone tells me I'll arrive in 8 minutes. I'll be a little late, but a couple of minutes never hurt anyone, right? Wrong! I wonder if Hikari will be there to greet me at the school gate. It'll be nice to see a familiar face after this whirlwind of a morning. My power walk evolves into a jog when I see the school gates looming in the distance. I can't believe it! I'm actually going to make it! I'm gonna make it! There's a few other straggling students making their way into the school. They're all wearing the academy's uniform, including its signature pastel yellow vest. I noticed that all the other students are female. I suppose that's not too surprising. This is a school for magical girls after all. Still, it's the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. Still, it's the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. Alright, I finally reach the school gates. When I peer beyond them, I can see the other students entering what looks to be the school hall. I suppose that's where orientation is being held? Of course, I suppose that's where orientation is being held? Yeah, sorry. I glance around to see if Hikari is there. I glance around to see if Hikari is here. No luck, though maybe she's waiting for me inside the hall. Maybe. I break into a run toward the school hall, sprinting as fast as my unfit legs can carry me. I weave in and around the other students, also making a mad dash forward. I'm nearly there! I can almost taste my fashionably late entrance! Yeah! My foot snags on another student's shoe. Guess I wasn't quick enough to get out of their way. I don't even have time to let out a gasp as I fall flat on my face on the pavement. I was so close. I nearly made it. Now I'm just lying on the ground, face down like an idiot. A little squeal erupts from in front of me. My first thought is that maybe I squashed some small cute animal when I fell, like a kitten or a squirrel that can squeal. I push myself off the ground and am greeted by an unexpected sight. Oh, CG! Oh, waifu! Oh, you! Oh, Yui Akiyama! Oh, the waifu Yui Akiyama! Oh, CG! Okay. A cute girl wearing glasses has fallen on the ground in front of me. She looks to be about my age, so I assume she's a first year as well. Yeah, we did. Yeah, no. How do I CG? Yeah, great. All right, cool. We got a CG already. Sorry. Ignore the panties. She is trying and failing to cover her panties, which I believe the entire world can now see. Polka dots, eh? Don't look! I bashfully turned my head away for at least a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Then I turned back to her. Stop it! Stop looking! Stop looking! You're a boy! Why are you here? Why are you here? This is a school for magical girls! I know. It's a long story, but I'm a student here. I'm sorry, I think I knocked you over. No, I think it was my fault. I was in a rush and wasn't looking where I was going. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. That's her voice there. The girl is still trying to adjust her skirt so that she can rescue her dignity. CJ, yeah, moving on.
Are we really late for orientation?
Yeah, I think so.
That's terrible. I promised myself I would make it on time. I can't believe I slept in. I'm a stupid girl.
Hey now, don't beat yourself up. I slept in too.
You don't understand. I only slept in because I went to bed at 3 a.m. Even though I promised myself I wouldn't stay up so late.
This girl sure seems interesting. This girl sure seems interesting. Wonder what could have caused her to stay up so late. The day before school starts? Why were you up until 3 a.m.?
That's too embarrassing to answer.
Come on now, you can tell me. It's not like we're strangers. I mean, I've seen your...
Yeah! Don't say it!
Oops.
Fine. I'll tell you why I was up so late. I was watching films.
Films, huh? I wonder what kind of films.
It's not my fault I have trouble going to bed after watching horror movies. I start to see shadows lurking in every corner, and I get too scared to even try to sleep. I don't expect someone like you to know what it's like to become so engrossed in a tale of the macabre that all the hairs on your body stand on end, to be frightened senseless at the slightest strange sound from within your own home. Until you've experienced that kind of paralyzing terror, you'll never understand the joy of cult horror films.
The girl is breathing heavily. Can I go back? Jeez.
Right. To become so engrossed in the tale of macabre that all the hairs in your body stand on end, to be frightened senseless at the slightest strange sound from within your own home. Until you experience that kind of paralyzing terror, you'll never understand the joy of cult horror films.
The girl is breathing heavily, obviously exhausted from her passionate outburst. I think she may have a screw loose.
You haven't lived until you've seen a film that makes your toes curl, chill your bones, and give you goosebumps all at the same time.
I'll take your word for it. So this girl likes to scare herself senseless, and then she wonders why she can't get to sleep at a decent there. And then she wonders why she can't get to sleep at a decent hour. So you still haven't covered up your, The girl squeals again in embarrassment. I feel sorry for her if the view wasn't in my favor.
Yeah! CG!
Yeah, I don't know which one I'm gonna use, but I'll figure it out later.
Stop looking! Sorry. Why am I cursed with such bad luck? How can something so embarrassing happen on the very first day of school?
I suppose I understand why she's so distressed. Maybe I should say something to calm her down. By the way, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah. Is that such an unusual question?
No, I suppose not. My name is Yui. My name is Yui. Akiyama. Akiyama. Pleased to meet you, I guess.
It's nice to meet you, Yui. My name is Juan. Yeah, CherryBoy. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, CherryBoy. I get to my feet and dust myself off. Sorry. Subscribe, check out my channel on YouTube. I get to my feet and dust myself off. I reach a hand out to Yui. Here, I'll help you up. Here, I'll help you up. Here. Why am I laughing? Just because the art completely changed. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just funny how the change reminded me of like how like you have your HD cutscenes and then back to the gameplay. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Whew, okay. I swear that Yui blushes for a second before grabbing my hand. Her fingers are so soft and delicate, warm. She grips my hand ever so lightly, and I manage to lift her to her feet.
Thank you. I'm sorry we had to meet under such distressing circumstances. Don't sweat it. I'm just happy to have met you at all.
The soft red blush returns to her cheeks, and she looks away shyly.
We should go.
Yeah. All right. Without another word, Yui takes the lead and walks in front of me. I follow behind her obediently. Alrighty, cool. We make our way to the entrance of the school hall. The big wooden doors are closed, barring our way forward. Yui tries pulling the handle. The door is stuck fast. She frowns and changes tactics, pushing the door instead. Still no luck. The door is securely locked.
Do they really lock?
Yeah, sorry. Whew. Need to get my air back. Sorry.
Do they really lock out latecomers?
I guess so.
Oh no. Are we going to be punished for missing orientation? I don't think I can handle detention. Calm down. I'm sure we're not gonna. Calm down. I'm sure we're not going to be punished. Calm down. I'm sure we're not going to be punished. We'll just have to wait here until orientation ends, I suppose. Sorry. We'll just have to wait here until orientation ends, I suppose. I give Yui a shrug. If we wait around for the students to leave the hall, we'll surely run into Hikari. Hikari will know what to do. She always does. I'm done. I give Yui a shrug. If we wait around for the students to leave the hall, we'll surely run into Hikari. Hikari will know what to do. She always does. In the meantime, why don't we get to know each other? Yui doesn't say anything. A downtrodden expression has etched itself onto her features. She leans against the wall and lets out a sigh. So, do you know any magic? Either she doesn't hear me or she's choosing to ignore me now. Her eyes are closed, as though trying to block out the world around her. Not much I can do, I suppose. I slump down and sit on the ground. I have no idea how long orientation goes for, or how long we'll be waiting around here. A bell rings. Finally, orientation is finished. Yay! The doors of the school hall swing wide open, and a flood of students leak out of the building. I guess that was because of this. I thought we were trying to get into a classroom. I thought orientation already finished, but now because there must be hundreds of girls all scurrying forward. As they exit the hall, they split into different directions, surely heading towards their first classes for the day. If only I knew what my classes were, I could head towards where I'm supposed to go. But I have no clue what I'm doing here. I need to find Hikari. I stand to the side as all the students tumble out of the hall. I lose sight of Yui on the other side of the crowd. I lose sight of Yui on the other side of the crowd. Oh well, she stopped talking to me anyway. Not my fault. Not my problem. I desperately try to catch a glimpse of Hikari's familiar face in the crowd. It doesn't help that she's shorter than most of the other students, so she'll likely be lost in the group. I suddenly feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. You idiot! How come you missed orientation? I was waiting inside the hall for you, and they locked the doors, and I had to sit by myself. Hikari, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. You let me down, Juan. You're going to make this up to me. I will. I'm really sorry. What happened anyway?
Whew, sorry, fam. Breath.
What happened anyway? Did you sleep in?
Well, yeah, I did, but I actually got here at a decent time. The problem is I knocked another girl over and we got caught up talking.
Another girl?
Yeah, actually.
Because the crowd has thinned out, I can see Yui standing awkwardly by the doors.
It was that girl over there.
The guy looks toward Yui, standing all alone.
I see. Is she a first year as well? She looks lost.
Yeah, I think so. Since we got locked outside, we weren't sure what to do. Sorry. We weren't sure what to do or where to go. I was kind of hoping you could help us. Hikari.
Hikari almost looks sad, just for a moment, but then a bright smile flashes across her face.
I'm always
Sorry for that. I'm using too much air. Okay, sorry. Okay.
I'm always happy to help. Now that orientation is over, we have to go to our class. Sorry. We have to go to our homeroom and meet our teacher. I can lead the way.
I can lead the way. Hikari begins to skip away. I grab Yui's attention with a wave and beckon her towards us.
What is it?
We can go to the homeroom and meet our teacher now. We can go to the homeroom and meet our teacher now. Do you want to follow us?
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, okay, thanks.
With that, the three of us make our way to the classroom. Alrighty, cool. The classroom is noisy. There must be 30 students packed in. Chatting away and waiting for the teacher to arrive. Hikari managed to find seats for myself and Yui, all lined up next to each other. Not a bad arrangement if I do say so myself. Yeah, if I do say so myself. Yep. There. I glance around the room. It all feels very familiar, just like high school all over again. The students are even in cliques, and it's only the very first day. Wow, that was fast. There's a group of sporting-looking girls at the back of the class. One of them is bouncing a basketball for some reason. I don't know why she brought that to the academy. Maybe just to reinforce her clique stereotype. Her clique stereotype. At the front of the class are the bookworms. They're shy, speaking only in whispers, and glancing nervously at the other students. Hanging out by the classroom door are the rebellious girls. A few of them have streaks of neon-colored dye in their hair. The uniforms are untidy, and a few have cut off their sleeves. Ugh. And here in the middle of class are Hikari, Yui, and myself. Hikari and I go way back, of course. I go way back, of course. I've just met Yui. As for Hikari and Yui's relationship, I don't think they've spoken a single word to each other. Will they become friends? Time will tell. Next time on how to date a magical girl. But it's not over yet. The clamor of voices quiets down the classroom as the classroom door. Sorry for him. I don't know what's going on. Okay. The clamor of voices quiets down as the classroom door opens. The clamor of voices quiets down as the classroom door opens and a woman enters. She makes her way to the front of the class, offers a smile, and begins her speech. Whoa, wait, the my teacher! Oh, good lord! Hello, teacher!
SATOMI, good morning, class. I'm your homeroom teacher, Miss Otsuka. But you can all call me by my first name, SATOMI. You'll find that I'm a very informal teacher, unlike any teacher you've had during your school years, for sure. It's my hope that we all become friends during your first year. During your first year here at the academy. It's my hope that we'll all become friends during your first year here at the academy. I hope that we can build a relationship that carries on long after you graduate.
This new teacher, SATOMI, seems really nice. I can't really pick out just one defining feature of this new teacher.
No, I'd have to pick two. She has two very large defining features. Get along! Please be dateable! Those eyes. I could stare into those eyes all day. Yes.
On a less shallow note, I guess she has an inviting smile.
Okay.
On a less shallow note, I guess she has an inviting smile. Overall, she's definitely not bad for an older woman.
MILF! The MILF savers! God, can we get in here? Kichiro.
She seems to have captured the class's attention. Even the rebellious girls have taken a seat to show their respect.
I'm sure you all have a million questions burning in your brains, especially after orientation. Rest assured, I'm here to help every one of you achieve your goals and get good grades during the year.
Oh yeah, and I'm the only dude here. Yes, no competition. Yes.
As your homeroom teacher, I'll offer you support and guidance. If you need assistance with any of your subjects, you can always come to me.
SATOMI claps her hands together and beams.
Now then, with all of that out of the way.
As she takes a step forward, her elbow knocks a stack of papers off her desk. Important-looking documents scatter all over the floor. The class gasps, then falls silent. Waiting to see how she reacts to the mess she just made.
Oops.
Satomi's face turns bright red as she bends down to pick up some of the papers. She lowers herself and a loud thud echoes throughout the classroom as her head slams into the corner of her desk. Ow! The class gasps once more, then silence. Then silence.
Ouch!
I hear a slight giggle from Yui, seated next to me. She obviously thinks this whole affair is pretty funny. A few girls rush to the front of the class to help the teacher pick up her papers. When Satomi stands up, I can make out the faint purple outline of a bruise forming on her forehead. After 2 clumsy failures, Satomi hasn't exactly managed to maintain her composure. She's glowing red and a bead of embarrassed sweat trickles down her face.
Class, if you could all just ignore that little spectacle, I would greatly appreciate it.
A few students giggle quietly. Satomi does her best to continue with her speech. Somehow she hasn't entirely lost the class's respect, which is admirable.
Okay, class. Where was I? Oh yes. For our first piece of business today, I'll be covering the subjects you'll be learning this year. Let's begin. There are 3 core subjects you must all attend in order to progress at the academy. These subjects are magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. Any other subjects you choose to undertake at the academy are optional, but will provide credits towards your overall degree. In magical history class, you'll learn all about the origins of the magical girls that have become commonplace in our world. You'll discover how they came into being and their importance in our modern society. In practical magic class, you'll undertake rigorous magical training to hone your minds and bodies. You'll learn spells and abilities that are essential for a magical girl to undertake her duties. Finally, in alchemy class, you'll become familiar with the art of crafting magical items. From magical swords and staves to potions and portals. This is where your creativity will be put to the test.
This all sounds pretty cool. I had no idea there was so much involved with becoming a magical girl. I hear the hurried scratching of pen on paper and look to my left. Hikari is scribbling notes frantically, her tongue sticking out of the side of her mouth. Her tongue sticking out of the side of her mouth as she concentrates. To my right, Yui is also taking notes, though she's decorated the page of her notebook with doodles of a wicked witch stirring a cauldron.
Your time here at the academy will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. In fact, when you look back on these days, you may think it was all just a dream. That's how pleasant your days here will be. With that said, don't think you can just slack off. In order to graduate, you will need to put in a lot of hard work. Don't expect to excel at every class. All students are different, and you may find that what comes naturally to you is very difficult for someone else. It's important to not let your classes and studying time dominate your life. Socialize, make friends.
I'm doing the voice wrong, I think.
It's important to not let your classes and studying time dominate your life. Socialize, make friends. Take the time to relax once in a while. I highly recommend joining a club when you get the chance. We host a variety of fun clubs that you can attend in your free time. Take part in activities and meet new people. Finally, to wrap up my little speech, I need to tell you all what to expect at exam time. The academy runs exams twice during the year. You can expect an exam each semester. The key attributes we assess you on are magic, alchemy, perception, and expertise. It's important to focus on raising these attributes during your study time. You can improve your attributes with theory or practice. There's no wrong way to go. Reading books, taking time to study, practicing spells, or performing alchemy, all of these activities will help you improve your attributes. All of these activities will help you improve your attributes. You may find that other activities outside of school also help you out. Be sure to explore and find out what works best for you. If your key attributes are high enough to come exam time, you will no doubt perform very well. So as long as you work hard at improving yourself, you have no need to stress. Should you fail your exams, well, let's not get into that today, okay? I'm sure you will all succeed with flying colors.
Satomi smiles widely at the class. Everyone seems to be in a good mood after hearing her passionate speech. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong sometimes. I don't really know what kind of voice I want to give her yet. Sorry. I run through the subject she talked about. I run through the subject she talked about in my head. Whew, gotta get my air back. Sorry. I run through the subjects she talked about in my head: magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. They all sound fairly interesting. I get the feeling I'll enjoy practical magic the most. After all, isn't that about casting spells and seeing real magic happen?
Isn't that about casting spells and seeing real magic happen before your eyes? And seeing real magic happen before your eyes? Yes, it is. Oh, alchemy. Oh, like Full Metal Alchemy. I just know it. Full Metal Alchemist. Yes. All right. Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from some of her. Sorry. Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from. Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from. Oh no, God, what's wrong with me? Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from some magical girls or something along those lines. I started getting hungry, so I began to zone out. All right, sorry about that, man. I want to redo that one more time, fam. Sorry about that, just once more. Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from some famous magical girls, or something along those lines. I started getting hungry, so I began to zone out. Alright, cool. Alright, but that's all the time I got for this one, everybody. Sorry I gotta cut it off so short. Sorry I messed up a couple of lines and along the way, sir. Sorry for tripping up my words and stuttering and yeah, for the voice being a little messed up. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry so much. Oh my God, Lord, forgive me. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure what kind of voices I want to give them. My voice is a little messed up right now, so I can't really convey them correctly. So sorry about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, God, my tongue is just tied up right now, I'm sorry. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, please like below, and if there's any of the games you'd like me to play or you want to talk, please comment down below as well. If you'd like this and want to do some more, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That'd be epically appreciated of you. And as always, my name is CherryBoy, my goal in life to make you guys smile. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye! See ya!